talking about the supporters. Because the people in charge, they know what they had to do. Hey, we understand there's radical Islam out there. We understand, but if that's the number one focus, we're not going to get elected. We're not going to get elected. And that's the Democrats, by the way. The Democrats. They don't want to talk about national security. They know they're weak. It's an admitted weakness. That's a pretty sad, admitted weakness to have, don't you think, in these times? Oh, you don't realize that there is radical Islam out there, that there is a real terrorist threat. You know why? Because George Bush has been very successful, regardless from all the screams on the left, fighting against Club Gitmo and the Patriot Act. And domestic wiretapping, which is really the terrorist surveillance program, but you had to call it domestic wiretapping. Ever since 9/12, you liberals have done everything to thwart us, America, from within. Let's face it, thanks to political correctness and the liberals and lib-speak and the way they have fought America from within, 9/11 might as well be an Islamic holiday. Oh, D.C., how dare you? Think about it. Thanks to the liberals and the 19 hijackers, they have managed together to create this victimization status for American Muslims. This is how they pretend to care. And I mean care, the Council of American Islamic Relations. I mean, thanks to the liberals and the 19 hijackers, 6 imams can get on a plane and they can, get up and down, do these crazy little prayers, look like a dry run going on, scare the shit out of everybody, and then when all is said and done, they want to sue the airline. How dare you take us off the plane? Oh, we're so sorry. We apologize to people that don't have this country in its best interest. Well, D.C., overall, the Muslim religion is a peaceful religion. Oh, you know that? I'm about to have Ben on from InTheNameOfAllah.org. He'll tell you exactly what Islam is all about, according to the Quran. Not according to Fox News, according to the Quran. A Christian who decides to, follow Christianity not based on the Bible is not a very good Christian. Do you understand that? So in reality, to be a good American, you have to be a bad Muslim. But if you're a good Muslim, you're a bad American. Religion of peace, my ass. It's a peace, all right. I said it 1,000,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000,000 more, until everyone understands that the peace is a piece of your arm, your leg, your head. And they don't mind that you liberals help them have these liberties. They don't mind using you liberals for a short time. Hey, they're thankful that the Supreme Court gave the Gitmo detainees rights. What a joke. That's kind of like what a Barack Obama presidency is going to do, folks, to America. More rights to the enemies. Civil liberties to the Gitmo detainees while they want to take your guns out of your hand. More rights for enemy combatants, less rights for Americans. That's the Barack Obama motto. Folks, those of you who still remember 9/11, our motto should be never again. Never again. And I'm going to tell you, you can say, D.C., this is fear tactics, whatever. You can call it whatever you want. To me, it's common sense. You put someone in the White House that's going to defund the military to try to pay for this health care. Doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Every time you talk to him, he says one thing and then another, and you can tell it's on-the-job training. I mean, what can you expect from a community organizer anyway? He has a running mate in Joe Biden that's been wrong on everything since Nixon. Joe Biden's been wrong on Russia. I mean, yesterday and today. He's been wrong on the first Gulf War. He's been wrong on the surge. He's just been plain wrong for a long time. Listen, I, too, am extremely energized about Sarah Palin. I believe what she can do to this party is amazing. But I was always voting for John McCain because I knew where he stood when it came to the war on terror. Up until now, I'm finally anxious to put on a bumper sticker. But I was always voting for John McCain because I knew that the number one issue of our time, what's still the number one issue of our time, is the war on terror. Oh, D.C., it's the economy. It's the war on terror. D.C., it's abortion. No, it's the war on terror. And let me say something briefly to you 9/11 truther kooks. Go fuck yourself, you traitorous pieces of shit. You even had your little god, Alex Jones, trying to attack little old Michelle Malkin at the DNC. The 9/11 truther movement is no more than a cult for anti-Semites, retards, and terrorist sympathizers. You dishonor those who have lost their lives on 9/11, and you make me sick. But I gotta tell you something, folks. If you've forgotten too, you're no better. You're no better than these kooks. What is Barack Obama going to do with the Patriot Act and the terrorist surveillance program? What is Barack Obama going to do with our military? What is he going to do? Shoot hoops with Ahmadinejad? Try to imagine what Barack Obama would do if a 9/11 happened on his watch. It's frightening, isn't it? He'd probably hand out tire gauges the next day. Believe me, you're going to hear Barack Obama say, "Oh, the McCain camp is using 9/11 for political advantage." Yeah, he should. That's his strong suit, national security. He needs to remind the American people. And if he didn't do that, he'd be irresponsible. Or just as responsible as Barack Obama, which is one and the same. Folks, never again. Never again. We must never forget and never let this happen again. Well, D.C., there's no guarantee that this will never happen again. No, there's no guarantee. It may very well happen again. But who do you really want at the helm when it does? I hope you're remembering 9/11 not just today, but also come November 4th.